Well, well, well.
Hello, hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you just fine. Do you hear me?
What if I, yeah, what if I get closer? Can you hear me now?
I mean, just get comfortable and you'll be fine. I mean, I hear you
Dude,
just fine.
no, I was just struggling with my laptop. You should see the setup that I have right now. Like, you're on my phone and
Oh,
you're stacked on top of, but we were just talking about how I'm like an old lady
yeah.
with technology.
I
Like,
am
I
too, though.
genuinely, you're an old lady too.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's out there now.
Oh
No,
no, you're an old lady.
no, but
There's gonna be a lot of,
I am an old lady. No, I'm old with tech
yeah.
too. I just
Yeah, and
go ahead.
no, it's just crazy because Tevin works, he's literally a software engineer,
Uh,
and
yeah.
I like refuse. Yeah, I like totally refuse to like get with it. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say that last night I had Nicole convert I
Hmm.
just got a new terabyte hard drive and I was having trouble backing up my all my files on this computer and I didn't think I had to, or I don't know, I just thought I didn't have to do the switch to format it for the
Oh,
Mac. So Nicole
hmm.
just like went on the website and fucking just like followed the directions and figured out how to reformat it and all that. And I'm like, I was like stressing out all day. Like it took time out
Yeah.
of working on my on commissions, and I was just like really stressing out over it. And then she just took over, handled it, and I was like, oh man.
This is what partners are for. I swear. I hear so many good things about Nicole. I'm like, yes, this makes
Yeah,
sense. Partners, this is what they're for.
yeah,
A little
uh, yeah. We kind of get that a lot. Like she's
sometimes.
definitely a much more level-headed individual than I am.
Yeah, same with Tevin. He's just like, okay, let's fix it. I'm like, but why does it exist in the first place?
Yeah. All
You've
right.
been doing good?
Yeah, I've been good. Are you ready
Yeah.
to take this journey on
Yeah, I
podcast
think so.
with me?
I think so. I kind of just want to hang out with you in general. So,
We,
but yeah.
we could always do that. But are you ready, viewers and listeners out there? Are you ready for the
All right.
spotlight that I'm gonna try to give you? You know, I don't really have a big following, but I'm gonna give you a spotlight anyway. Are you ready for that?
This is really helping my stage fright, dude. Keep amping it up.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to an episode of Rated G. I'm your host, G. Terado. For those of you who are new here, welcome to the show. This is a podcast where I have honest, long-form conversations with old friends, new friends, fellow artists, creators, other creative entrepreneurs. We simply sit down for sometimes hours, just sharing our journey through our favored creative endeavor. I don't know why I'm trying to come up with these like words, fancy words. But that's pretty much the gist of the podcast. We share our backgrounds in the arts and creativity. So if you enjoy this content, you resonate with it, you vibe with it, please be sure to subscribe, especially if you are tuning in via podcast, whether it's on Apple, Google, Spotify, or if you are watching on YouTube, definitely subscribe on there. Do both. Fuck it, right? That'd be great. Try to get me out there in the algorithms. Like, share. Do all the good things, and be sure to check out the show notes, especially when I have featured guests on the show, so you can continue to follow their active platforms outside the podcast. And then those of you who are tuning back in, welcome back, and thank you for your continued support. Before we get into our guests, let me just take a swig of my liquid death. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do a fake ad. But joining us for the first time is a new friend that I was fortunate to meet at the recent, it's kind of like a little while ago now, Cannabis Arts Festival in Charlottesville. Immediately just started vibing, had great conversations with her partner and with Nicole, my partner. We were all just having a great talk. They bought a bunch of my stuff. I was very grateful. And just from then on, it's been awesome. She is also an artist herself, which is funny because later in the conversation that popped up, and she was all like being a great supporter, and find out she's an artist as well, and not just a visual artist, but an artist of other mediums. So please, that was a long intro. Please welcome for the first time, Adriana Garcia.
Hey. My favorite thing lately has been going, hey gals, hey guys, hey gays, hey theys.
Oh my God. Well,
it's Pride.
It is. Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Thank you. That was a good intro. I was just like, wait, I was like on the edge of my seat, like, who's that intro for? It can't be me.
You're too kind. I've been really trying yeah, that was, I will say that awesome. May have been the most performative live intro I've done. So I'll pat myself.
So yeah, and like no pressure for following up that awesome intro. I'm like, that was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a pretty accurate description of how we first met.
Was it?
I was just like, yeah.
I'm long-winded, so sometimes I kind of just get lost in it, and I misconstrue my memories. So
no, that was pretty spot on. It was like we were vibing. You were mostly vibing with Tevin a little bit.
Yes.
And at the end of it, yeah, I was just like kind of like watching it all happen because he's an introvert, major introvert.
So
and you guys just like hit it off.
You were surprised he was communicative.
Get it out. Oh, English is my second language, dude. Come on.
I'm bad with words.
No, same. No, yeah, I was happy. He's pretty communicative.
Yeah. Exactly.
I got you. I work with kids. I got you. I was excited. I think Tevin's pretty communicative usually, but I was excited that he like hit it off with an artist.
Okay.
Because I feel like he's a closeted artist too.
Oh, there you go. That's a good way to word it. Closet artist.
Yeah.
Because that's what you are.
Fuck yeah, dude. I told someone yesterday, I was like, yeah, I'm going on this podcast because I'm an artist. We were just talking about how I'm pansexual, and he didn't blink an eye at that. And then he went, you're an artist? What? I was like, completely disregard the queer part and just like be shocked at the fact that I make art.
Well, I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Depends where the focus is at. Clearly,
yeah.
Clearly, what you say? The guy. It was a guy that you're talking to.
Yeah, it was a guy. Yeah,
that was more of a shock to him than being a pansexual. I don't know. It's just, I feel like it was more of a shocker back in the early 2000s or the 2000. Yeah, early 2000s. I feel like. Yeah,
the context is that he's 54. And I did use the word bisexual because I figured he wouldn't really know what pansexual was. Shout out to Matt. Hey, Matt. Talking shit about you.
Hey, Matt. Wait.
Hey, Matt. What's up?
You say he's in his 50s?
54.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So when I said bisexual, the fact that he wasn't shocked me. And when I said I was an artist, he was really taken back.
Oh.
See, I was like, wait a damn minute.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say to
Yeah, which
that.
is fine because I'm a
Well,
terrible storyteller.
no. I mean, you know him well, so I guess yeah. For him to know you as
Yeah.
well as he had, not knowing that you were an artist, yeah, that's a shock. Maybe
Yeah.
all like signs of your sexuality.
I don't know about that. Wait.
uh,
No. No,
uh,
I'm kidding. No, I feel yeah, I don't make a big deal about my sexuality. I feel like I'm usually like, yep. I'm
yeah.
also in a very like hetero passing relationship, as you saw.
Mm.
So I'm just like, like I don't think too much of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, I am definitely not the right person to talk to, I guess, in that regards, because I've been with Nicole for so long. So just the idea of what it's like. I mean, not that I'm saying you're a bachelor, but like
Mhm.
I've been locked in for a long time. So I don't even know what it's like to have like a free, like, I don't want to say a free mind, but like be like almost like a bachelor. Like, man, being out there, if I had to, we joke about being on the market. Like if we had something, God forbid, happen and we were
Yeah.
back on the market, we're fucked. Cause like, I don't know, we don't have game. Like the game is gone now. The game has changed. So like,
How, wait, how long have you guys been together? You mentioned this
uh,
before. We've talked about this
I
for
think it's
a
been
minute.
13. No, not 30. 17 years now, like all together.
Damn.
Yeah, high school
Okay, okay, okay.
sweethearts. High school sweethearts.
Okay. Oh, you did talk about that a little bit, didn't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
But we've
Like
been
when we were,
married. Yeah, we've been
yeah.
married almost 4 years now. It'll be 4 years in
Okay.
October, I believe. Yeah. Making
Oh
sure the math
man.
is right.
Yeah, because you're gonna be like, I know, I totally know, Nicole.
Well,
I
because
totally
like
know how long
we got to the
we
point where I asked, I'm like, yo, when are we gonna like just have one like anniversary date? When
hmm
can we relinquish the I guess the dating relationship
Yeah.
and just focus on the wedding uh anniversary. I mean, we had our numbers, but COVID kind of screwed that up. But yeah, anyway,
Oh, wait, so you guys celebrate how many
two,
anniversaries?
two,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm learning how to be a couple right now because I'm pretty sure Tevin, like, I'm like, I don't know how to do this.
Well, yeah, you know what? I will say that I think I could give out some valuable couples advice and
Okay.
for longevity, but they're also
Okay.
very
Sure.
simplistic, but holds weight. You know, it's all about basic.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
communication is fucking key.
Fucking yes. Are
Key.
you? Yeah, I'm learning that in this relationship, which is
Yeah.
crazy. I've been
Yeah.
in other long-term relationships, and I'm like, this is definitely the one that's teaching me that I have to be a good listener.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh yeah, and
I'm
it's
good
like
at talking, but
it's
yeah,
definitely a development too. Like I used to be really bad
yeah.
at communicating.
hmm
So yeah, and then and just like yeah, just kind of learning when to give space. Uh
Yeah.
like if you're in a heated moment, it's like when do you give
hmm
space and then
hmm
to de-stress, excuse me, de-escalate.
Dude, I was just about to burp, and I was like,
Um,
maybe I shouldn't.
that's up to you.
No, I'll
Look,
just get it
be
out of
as
the way.
free as you want, right? If you want to be the chick that burps, be the chick that burps. You want to be the chick that farts, be the chick that farts. Actually, I
Okay.
respect chicks that can openly fart.
Time
It's
out.
very
Yeah, I was
rare.
gonna say who does. Oh, is that actually rare?
Uh,
Is it rare,
well,
or are
it's
we just good
rare
at
for them to
hiding
do it.
it?
It's rare to do it in front of like an audience. Like Nicole farts,
Valid.
farts, but she's not gonna
Okay,
do it. She's she has her manners.
sure.
So.
Yeah, that's valid. That's
But
valid.
but
Yeah.
I'll say I respect women who own up to like being gassy. Like I have a friend who's vegan
That's
and
awesome.
claims that they don't fart or yeah, they don't fart. I don't even know. I want to say that like even pooping, and I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. But I think she claims that she doesn't fart, and I'm like, that's bullshit. You're on a vegan diet.
Yeah.
Like
No.
I've tried vegan myself, and it did not
Yeah.
like
Uh-uh.
quietly.
No. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I have celiac disease. Do you know what that is?
I know of it. I don't know the specifics. And only refresh my
Okay.
memory.
The specifics is gassy on gassy on gassy. And I'm not trying to act like that isn't a part
Okay.
of it.
So, well,
There's
is
like
it?
neurological shit and other stuff, but like,
Okay. All right.
yeah. But I'm not trying to act like the whole concept of women don't fart, burp, whatever. I'm just like, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, I
I
get
think the
manners. If you want to have manners, like that's fine.
sure, that's
But
valid, and I
but if
like
like
respect
talking
that.
between you and I, like I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
It's
Some of
just a
it.
matter if the millions and millions of people that are tuning in are gonna care. No, I'm kidding. There's like not
Let me educate y'all on celiac
gonna
disease.
be. Hey,
Gastroint. Hey, I mean, if
you
you
have
want to.
knowledge of it. I don't. I just talk out of my ass, for the most part.
Pun intended, I'm sure.
Both.
Yeah, I feel like we're very like when I talk to you, I feel so comfortable. I could talk about this stuff, but you do keep reminding me that other people are gonna see this, and I'm like,
I kind
that's
of
where
do
I
that.
think the anxiety comes from.
I kind of do that to remind myself that
Okay.
like there could be someone listening, and that's not a bad thing because
Yeah,
they could be listening and totally relate. I just focus on
totally.
that. I just think of any time someone is like, oh, someone might be listening. I just try to focus on
Yeah.
like they might relate to this. They might
Yeah,
be
that's valid.
like we've all been there. We've all been the one talking to the podcast or whatever, the radio, and
Yeah.
so it's like, yeah, I get it. But if they're mad, well, okay, they can just hit stop.
Click off. Yeah, seriously, that's true. That's actually, that almost sounds better. Like maybe I should start zoom in people more so when I don't like something they have to say, I can just, instead of meeting them in person, I can just be like,
Yeah,
never mind, bye.
yeah. I mean,
Just
it's
kidding.
it's a way to like, even just buy a small percent, just like taking control of your
Yeah.
life in that sense, and taking control of like what affects you in a negative way. Like I'm working on it
Yeah.
myself. I'm having like these
Yeah.
rare moments of like clarity, and I'm like, oh yeah, like I mean, in hindsight, it happens late, but I'm like
Yeah.
trying to get to the point where it's like actively happening, like this awareness
Yeah.
or self-awareness. It's real
Is
good.
that in context to like the media you're exposing yourself to and like the opinions you're exposing yourself to, or just like in general in life?
I think
Does that make sense?
I think all of the
In life.
above, like
Yeah.
social media,
Yeah.
yeah, and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I just feel like there's so much. Oh my gosh, I could talk about this for days, but there's just so much like aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
like information out there on one side and opposite extreme. And that's what, but like interacting with that in person, like, how do you, I know how to compose myself because I love having conversations with people that I don't agree
Mm-hmm.
with. I'm
Yeah.
very like, okay, like what, but other people, like, how do you deal with that? How do you keep your shit together for that? You can't just click off and
Well,
walk away. I guess you could walk away.
I think the way you do it is actually doing it, right? Everything is like
Yeah, that's valid.
written out.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
it's written out, it holds like a heavier context,
Yeah.
especially when you're trying to make a joke. Like,
Oh my
so,
God. Oh,
like yeah, I think like, I think you just have the people you strongly like find yourself disagreeing with. Like if you
hmm,
had that interaction like organically, it might not be
yeah.
or appear as aggressive, like because you can't read the language, but often I don't know. Sometimes you can feel the context, like this dude is like raging, fact checking me,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, but if you try to have like a face to face conversation about it, it just might not be as escalated, or it could just easily de-escalate. But
Oh yeah, because you're putting like there's a little bit more room for empathy and compassion when you're doing it
yeah,
in person versus like behind a screen, for
yeah,
sure.
especially like
Yeah.
sarcasm. Like I'm pretty
Oh my
sarcastic, so
gosh.
like
Same. Yeah.
I've gotten shit for like, I mean, I tend to be pretty blunt about certain opinions, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
think I guess the way I convey
Hmm.
my intention or whatever, or what opinions,
Hmm.
thoughts on any matter, it just comes out aggressive.
Hmm.
So yeah, I guess I'm a little
Yeah. I think I'm unintentionally aggressive as well. And maybe that's why we get each other's humor sometimes because I'm like, oh, he must be kidding. Like, I just don't, I also don't think take things so personally as well. Like,
well. That's
I
because you
want to, like,
probably don't. That's probably because you don't identify yourself with the thing. Like you're not. You might not just be
I
attached. Like you're not. You might
yeah.
not be directly attached. And I think that's
It's like,
often a lot of people, they attach themselves to like the situations. And I get it. Like if you have kids,
yeah.
the shit that's going on is
Yeah.
completely valid the way you feel. But I don't know.
Right.
I lash out on the people that lash out on like the media and stuff like that. Cause I'm
Hmm.
like, we're kind
Hmm.
of focusing on the wrong thing a little bit here.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. As someone who's like a part of the queer community, I feel like I don't resonate a lot of the times with how like intense their reactions can be. I have
yeah.
a very specific example. Is this too controversial? Maybe.
I'm not well versed in like, because
That's valid. Yeah.
like
Yep.
I don't even
Yeah.
want to say like I'm, I hate saying like I'm not really political, but obviously I have thoughts and opinions on it. But I will
Yeah, that's
admit
valid.
I'm definitely not one to read entire articles on these matters, because kind of going back to what I was saying before, that's just gonna affect
Yeah.
like how it's just, whatever my head retains, it's gonna affect my
Yeah.
mood, it's gonna affect my behavior, and then that
Okay.
shows on my social media. So I
Yeah.
try to catch that.
Oh.
I try to catch that. And I used
Yeah.
to be
I
very
respect that.
vocal. I used to be very vocal on my
Yeah.
art accounts, and that started having
Yeah.
effect. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I just
I
try to
respect
focus on
that.
that. Yeah.
Like focusing on your art and whatever it is that you're like doing in that moment, being
Yeah, but
present with that.
it's tough
Yeah.
on Facebook though, because just the way, I don't know, just the way it operates. Because it's like I try to because then like on my personal account, I'm like, you kind of get a little more, I guess, my views and perspectives on things.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, I mean, I don't know. It feels like a lot of people don't agree with it. Um, Also just algorithm stuff too. But
Yeah. That was, yep. That was
yeah,
my first thought.
I I mean, like I mean, if like we get controversial, like I'll like put like my thoughts on it, but they're not gonna be elaborate because like again, they're very finite. Like I only focus much on it just to have an opinion, and not like an opinion to like, go to protests and stuff. Like I don't know, it's just,
Yeah.
again, it's like all about energy, right? We can get real philosophical and stuff. Like
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want to
yeah.
absorb that too much, because it's gonna
Yeah. You want like a little bit more of a positive vibe overall. I think
not even positive, just like
uh-huh.
I just want to live a pleasant life. So in order for in order to reach my
You're like, I just
sanity.
want peace.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and part of that piece is a little bit of chaos. Like I like that. I
Yeah.
guess because I'm a
Yeah.
Scorpio, right? But like,
Oh
I feel
shit.
like
What does that mean?
I don't know. I just People say that. What's your zodiac sign? Oh, you fucking piece of shit, motherfucker. No, I don't know. I don't really got
Hey,
that.
you want to piss people off? I'm a fucking Gemini. Like, you want to
Oh
piss
my
people off?
god, it's Gemini season, right?
Uh,
That's all I see.
it is Gemini season. Let's
Yep.
fucking go.
Yep.
Chaos, pure chaos.
Chaos.
Dude, we still need to like hang out so you can see that like unfiltered. Just like I was never diagnosed ADHD. I don't have any, I only have really like CPTSD, but other than that, I act like I have
What's
ADHD.
that?
I'm like running around like
That's really
ADHD.
interesting. Yeah. Well, no. Well, we'll get back to that one. But it's the CPTSD.
The ABCDG.
What?
LGBTQ. It's a
No.
joke.
Oh no.
No, that was,
Me and Nicole were trying to figure
oh.
that out the other night. We're trying to list all the. It's just like, ah, shit, we're fucking assholes. We couldn't remember all.
How dare you? How
Yeah.
dare you not know what a pansexual is? Hello.
No, but
CPTSD.
okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So what's that? Like, I know post-traumatic stress disorder, but what's the added
Yeah.
stuff?
Oh my God. I didn't know we were doing therapy
I didn't
sessions. I should have
either.
not paid my therapist a minute ago. It's a different type of PTSD. I know. I'm like, and
What's
let
the
me
stand?
educate y'all on celiacs and PTSD. So there's two types. There's PTSD where there's just like a huge traumatic event happened. Think
Mhm.
war veterans. It's very like specific time in your life. So CPTSD is like it was like an ongoing trauma that I experienced, and there's not like a specific trigger. It could be multiple different things, like holidays.
Oh,
My birthday was a holiday, you
yeah.
know. So it's just like a
Happy birthday.
collection of trauma. I'm like Pokemon balls. You just collect it, and
Hmm.
then you turn into a really flaky adult. And you get a lot of dark humor. You change your hair color a lot.
Oh, it's like a phase? Like,
No,
is it like a
no, no, no.
well, not a
It's
phase, like, but I don't know, like these are
yeah.
characteristics of dealing with that?
No, I was just trying to joke. Like the
Oh, okay.
characteristics are actually like
I'm gullible as fuck too.
attend.
So.
I know it's so fun. I'm so sorry. You
It's
told
like,
me that too. You're like, oh.
I don't
For my
know.
people out there with CPTSD, they're like, "Oh, I haven't changed my hair color yet." Like
I mean, I have,
what?
but I was like yeah, I was very young.
You
Okay. No,
are
go.
gullible.
No, go on. I like this educational session right now because
Okay,
I don't know.
sure, yeah. So it's not like it. I have a lot of attention difficulties. I have like a lot of emotional
Hmm.
uh difficulties with the holiday season. It's pretty ongoing as far as the trauma, how my brain collected trauma and stuff like that.
When you say holiday,
Um,
though, like, is it just your birthday or is it like all holidays?
no, all holidays for me. Everyone's
Oh,
CPTSD is super different.
okay.
Um, but
Is this diagnosed?
yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I was diagnosed 2 years ago, dude. And I was
Okay.
like, nah. I mean, like, I lost a bunch of memory from my childhood, but like, I can't have that. That's the
No.
other thing is like memory loss. I
Mm.
stopped talking when I was 8. I didn't talk for like a year. All kinds of crazy shit, dude. And
Yo.
now you can't get me to shut up.
Hmm. Sorry, because
Yeah.
like you're like
No, no.
kind of very like because
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm more like I always look back on like some moments of my life when I've like been really sick or something, and
Yeah.
but I'm actually glad you clarified about being diagnosed because I've caught myself in a podcast basically convincing myself, like basically self-diagnosing myself while listening to a friend on there talking about ADHD, who I,
Yeah.
if my memory is correct,
Mm-hmm.
not fully diagnosed. Like it wasn't actually diagnosed. So I was basically
Yeah.
self-diagnosed, and I caught myself
Yeah.
doing the same thing, and I'm like, because there's a lot of uh traits that I like. I definitely, what's the word, demonstrate. So I'm like, okay, like these things sound really
Yeah.
related, and I'm like, I don't know, like maybe they're, who am I to really say?
Yeah.
So I kind of
Yeah.
like get skeptical about people that self-diagnosed.
No,
Have to be
no, for
very
sure.
careful about that.
Yeah, and as someone who works in healthcare and has had these things properly diagnosed, it
Yeah.
makes me so annoyed when I hear people use it. And like I keep it to myself. I keep my annoyance to myself, but when people are like, I'm so OCD or stuff like I'm so ADHD, I'm like, you don't wish you had first of all, like
Yeah.
ADHD is so multi-layered. I dated someone
Yeah.
who had ADHD. Again, I'm not diagnosed ADHD. I just have symptoms that could be easily
Okay,
confused.
so sort of like where I'm at,
But
because I feel,
yeah,
and like I feel the same, to what they were describing, and I'm like, okay, yeah, like
yeah,
things like sort of happen, and I always ask myself, like,
yeah,
or is that normal? Because I know everyone has
right.
impulses and like attention,
Yeah.
like, and we're all on our
Yeah,
devices, so it's like, is it just
exactly.
everyone, or like, is this a little more specific with me? Is that why I am the
Yeah.
way I am? But
Mm-hmm.
again, not fully diagnosed. I'm like, I don't know. And I
Mm-hmm.
guess I have a little thing about that because, like, I've noticed, and not just this person, but I've seen other people, their
Yeah.
creative content starts focusing on that. And I kind of I don't know, like, when
Oh,
they start identifying like their craft with that stuff, with making
yeah.
funny content about these things, I'm like, oh, you kind of like fell off the
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
That's just me though. That's
yeah,
just me because people go on different paths creatively. So, but I'm like, this is kind of like you're really like capitalizing on this thing. Like, why would you want to like identify yourself? Like that's like your thing.
totally.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
Like,
totally agree with you.
if
Yeah.
I did that, right? If like I got
Yeah.
my tech utopia paintings, but
Yeah.
I was making like ADHD content, for a
Yeah.
hot. It's like that's
Yeah.
weird. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to
And
like.
I don't, yeah.
I don't know how to articulate it in a way where I don't sound like a complete asshole. But it's just like, all right. I don't know. It just I guess maybe it just feels too much. I don't know. Again,
No,
just my
I think I get
opinions.
where you're coming from. Like, I think when people kind of self-identify as just one thing, it's a lot. It's a lot because we're like multi-layered people.
We
There's
are.
so many things. Well, I am. I don't know about you.
I think we all are. I think we all are. It's just
Right.
who's
Yeah.
who's comfortable enough to show all the layers, or you
Yeah.
know, most of your layers. It depends how much you're
Yeah.
willing to really expose yourself. Like,
Shit. Maybe that's why people make one thing their personality traits. They don't want to be like vulnerable and showcase all of who they are. We're getting deep.
yeah. And I'm like willing to like admit like whether like
Yeah.
my well if I'm wrong about I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
same, except you have
hopefully
to fight
I'll
me
learn
on it.
from that. But like I don't like, okay, if
Yeah.
I'm wrong, then all right, my bad. But
Yeah. 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 No,
yeah.
it's it's a tricky spot. Mental health jokes are such a tricky spot because I feel like I love dark humor shit. Like
Yeah.
I love when I can joke about that stuff with my friends, but I have to know that they also have mental health shit going on in their
Yeah, but then that's just like,
life.
but that's like not, I don't know. I've been trying to like stay on this path of like
True.
you just don't have expectations, like like
Yeah.
if you find it funny, like naturally, like you
Yeah.
fucking belt it out a laugh on that joke, like
Hmm.
fucking yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
At least you can like
Yeah.
detach from the criteria, it's like it's just
Yeah.
fucked up funny joke. But then once you start identifying it to things, then it's like, oh. Like if I hear an autistic, like I have nephews that are autistic. So if I hear autistic jokes, am I not gonna laugh? I'm gonna fucking laugh because they're usually funny. But it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, or like, I have nephews that are autistic, so but I'm not gonna be like enraged. I'm not gonna try to cancel people,
Yeah. Oh God, cancel
I don't
culture.
go that extreme. But that's been like part of my philosophy. He said, yo, that Tim Dillon
Yeah.
show was fucking awesome.
Oh,
That's like a
I
show.
was gonna ask you.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah.
Like that's a
Dang, I'm
show I
so
would want people to go to like
yeah.
feel what it's like to be in a room with other people and be able to laugh at shit that's fucked up.
Hmm.
But you're still like at liberty to like, just have a good time still and
Yeah.
like just shut yourself
Excuse
out
me.
from the outside world. Even though they'll talk about
Yeah.
current events, but it's like, they're able to like twist it and make it funny and make you be able to laugh at it and just relate
Yeah.
like the real serious stuff. So it's
Yeah.
truly magical. Like I'm a little
I try.
disappointed that I came on late to like going to live shows because it's so good.
Oh, is this a only recent thing that you're going to live comedy
Yeah.
shows?
Yeah, ever since we
Oh
came here.
man.
Yeah, I know. Like it's just
What?
yeah, I know. In Jersey, I think there's a comedy
Mm-hmm.
club in Jersey City,
Yeah.
like a half hour away from where we used to live. Um
Yeah.
and yeah, no, we just never really went. I would only watch comedy specials. And then once I started
Oh.
following podcasts and then
Yeah.
got into all the ins and outs of it, then I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't realize this is how it actually is on the road, building the
Yeah.
material and stuff. So yeah, I mean, like I'm still very into it. That's why as of late, a lot of my conversations is I mean, thankfully with other people that enjoy comedy as well, but
Yeah.
a lot of our discussions revolve around stand-up comedy because it is an art form.
It is, and it's probably one of my favorite art forms personally. I love stand-up comedy, and I'm just like, I genuinely feel like there's nothing like seeing someone live because you never know when shit is gonna hit the fan and how like the like comedian's gonna react to it.
Yeah.
I'm like the best example of that is when I went to Les Mills live show. I mentioned her a little while ago.
Mm.
We were talking, but the way that she dealt with some dude who just thought like the show was about him was incredible. Um, ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. And smoke marijuana.
I'm
Yeah.
like, where are my gummies?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
It's yeah, being at a live show definitely is an experience. Um,
I'm trying so hard not to be controversial too and bring up Dave
yeah.
Chappelle. Like
Oh,
I'm
why? What about
so I just like
it?
well, he was shunned. We were talking about cancel culture. He was basically like shunned by the queer community.
Yeah,
And
well,
I'd never,
that's
no, but I'd never seen him. I didn't know the context. So you have to keep in mind, I didn't grow up in the US and I'm
uh,
keeping up with two cultures. I'm keeping up with Mexican culture and American culture, also queer culture somewhere in there. So instead of going to the show that you went to, I actually watched a Dave Chappelle special because I'm like, what is
wow.
this about?
Which
Right?
one?
It was Closet.
Is that
I think
the
it's called
latest one?
Closet. It's the
No,
latest one, yeah.
no, I think
2021 or 2022.
okay, because I
It
thought
might not be called Closet. Hmm.
isn't the last his last special called the punchline or some shit like that.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's not the right.
Let me
It's
do my
I might have to look it up. Yeah, fact check me. Fact check me right now.
I usually don't.
No, but he was just
Oh, the
like I
closer.
was like,
The
oh,
closer.
the
Then you said the closet. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean,
why do I have that in my mind?
you're a letter off.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I said the
That was
closer.
pretty good. It could have been
You're a
worse.
closer.
Um, no, but his stuff was honest. Like it hit me. It that show hit me, and I was like, wait a damn minute. You need to actually watch his shit before you assume
Oh,
anything about what he's trying to say because um I think he just likes that shock factor. You know,
yeah.
comedians do that a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
I think I think the fan or the audience is like misconstruing what he's actually doing. It's more of an
Yeah.
homage to his friend who is trans woman,
Trans. Yeah.
and she fucking. I mean, ended her life because of all the hate she got for supporting her
For
friend.
supporting him. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, I don't know if they're missing that point or ignoring it, but it's like, hello.
And this is what I'm telling you. It's really difficult to be a part of the community sometimes as someone who has friends who are like super blunt and also in their 40s, 50s, 60s who don't know how to talk about these things, but it doesn't mean that they're being offensive. I'm like,
Oh
I
man.
kind of know what you're trying to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard.
I mean,
It's hard
I
not to
deal with
be.
that now because like I have. That's
True.
why I always say I think if I get to a point in this
Hmm.
podcasting career part of my career, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. If I ever make merch for
Yeah.
the podcast, I think that's gonna be
Yeah.
my phrase in there is I'm bad with words. I always say I'm bad with words because I
Yeah.
use this platform to try to articulate my thoughts a little bit better. Uh,
Hmm.
so yeah. And
That
then I
makes sense.
lost track. But anyway, yeah, people are just missing the
It's like
point
all these.
with his special. So it's just
I know, which kind of sucks. Like, I wish that we just. I'm getting too into like the human philosophy shit, but we really need to
for
just sit
real.
down and actually listen to each other though. Like, really hear what we're trying to say and
Well,
like there's.
that and then like also
Oh
it's actually
God.
it's a little more closed-minded, but again, it's like
Uh-huh.
people praise about self-care and stuff. It's like, okay, you
Yeah.
want to worry about yourself, take care of yourself and your family
Yeah.
and all that, then stop worrying
Mm-hmm.
about the world because obviously
Mm-hmm.
that's stressing you the fuck out when you start worrying about all these global issues and then issues at
Yeah.
home, and then it's just it affects your mood at your current situation if you're at work or at home, right? It just like try to block as much of that out as possible and then just do you, like just pursue the things you enjoy or just get
Yeah.
your work day. And if you're gonna get through your work day, try to keep it positive. Like just listen to stuff that you enjoy if you can. Like if it's like, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna say if
Yeah.
you're like in an office and you have privacy and you can like listen to your phone or something, like put on
Mm-hmm.
shit you like and just do that. Do that.
My man, I used to work at it's like a transitional hospital, and the environment was so toxic because of my coworkers. I
Mm,
just pop in these headphones that you can't even see and
mm,
listen to podcasts and listen to music and stuff and focus on my patients.
mhm.
And I loved my patients. Like, we were vibing, having a good time. And then I would step out of the rooms and it would be so toxic, like
Yeah,
within my workplace, that I was just like, nope, I'm gonna just pop
yeah,
these, just pop one in really, and like focus on some stuff. But I feel like it depends. It's like a balance. Like, if you have a good life happening, your mental health is good. Okay, like what's going on in the world, like kind of let yourself explore that. But I feel like if
yeah.
you're having a hard time with your mental health and your personal relationships, like prioritize.
I think, well, yeah, I definitely think it's important to like know what's going on. You know what it is? Like
Yeah.
just be an observer. Like just be an
Yeah.
observer. Because that's like
Yeah.
the thing about like people is that like, and I include myself too, is that like we're
Hmm.
hyper reactive right now. And I think we're
Yeah.
hyper reactive right now is because we're exposed to so much immediately.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about how many people like they go on their phones. Like that's the first thing they do when they wake up. And I know that
Yeah.
Nicole does that. I try to
Yeah.
I try to discipline myself now where like at least I try to give myself at least the
Yeah.
first 20 or 30 minutes of like no device use when I first wake up. Like I
Hmm.
just get up, I
Hmm.
stretch, drink some lemon water, and like kind of just, get warmed up for the morning. And then I take my
Hmm.
morning shits. And then honestly, it's probably the worst time to go on your phone, but that's when I actually go on my phone and check my email, yada, yada. But that's not a really good time because then you're gonna get like really absorbed and just be scrolling. And then that's when you're gonna start seeing all the fucking crazy shit that you're gonna see on your feed.
But
So
it's
I'm
like
trying to tweak that part. But
yeah.
It's
No, I
like if
feel.
you like expose yourself to like so many things that are going on, it's
Yeah.
I mean, depending on the person, it can make or break you.
Yeah, I think so. And I think if you're like easily persuade into one side and you're only getting a lot of really intense news, maybe super intense negative news,
Mm-hmm.
that's how you're going to perceive the world. I'm a huge advocate for balancing out your algorithm. Like we can
Mm-hmm.
do that, right? Like you can actively search. I follow on social media like good news, which is called the good news Instagram. And then that balances it out with my other, what's called Texas and whatever,
Oh,
all that stuff. Like it just kind of balances it out. And like that way my brain chemistry doesn't get more fucked up than it already is.
no,
But
I get it.
I think we just have to be more intentional about the stuff that we absorb. And like, if you can't be intentional, maybe you should focus on hobbies instead. Like, it's hard to be intentional though. It's hard to be intentional,
Well,
especially with
intentional. What do you mean?
Facebook.
What do you mean by intentional though? Because like,
Intentional about balancing out, like we're talking
oh,
about,
right. So yeah, if your intention
like,
is
yeah,
to keep your sanity and be at peace,
yeah,
like however you want to level peace, but like,
yeah,
yeah, I mean, it's
yeah.
just like, I mean, I don't know. It's obviously it's much
I
said
know.
than done, but
I
that's
feel like
just,
we disagree a little bit, which is
I
okay.
don't know if it's disagreement. I think it's just like
Mhm.
it's the approach at it, because
Maybe, yeah.
like I don't know, like it depends on, again, I think it's just how we react. How like if you're able to
Yeah,
just kind of take, because like I try to be devil's advocate on situations.
yeah.
So
Hmm.
because there's always more to like what you're getting exposed to, right?
Right, right.
So we know
I get totally,
we're not gonna get all the information. And then on top of that, it's
yeah.
like even like the way of handling situations to avoid more situations like that, like it's not as cut and dry as like banning guns. Like I don't
Hmm.
really agree with that fully. So, and
Yeah, and that's okay. You're allowed to not
yeah,
agree with that.
but
Yeah,
I also
yeah.
understand why, like, yeah, why would you need to have a gun in this like supposed safe
Hmm.
environment? Well, because maybe
Hmm.
I don't always trust that. Like, I just believe like naturally, like
Hmm.
you want to get cosmic about it or any or whatever. But as soon
Yeah,
as everything is complacent, like too complacent,
yeah.
that's when you're gonna get rocked the hardest. And that's what's happening.
Right,
Like everything's
right.
so convenient, right? Everything is so convenient now.
Yeah.
So now, like the repercussions of all this stuff, the advancements and everything, it's like, yeah, now like there's it's paid dividends, and like it's harder to, it's just harder to look on both sides. It's like you gotta be able to take a step back before, because again, everyone attaches themselves to like these horrible situations, especially parents. Like I get it. Like my sister, my siblings, I have two siblings that are parents,
Yeah.
but it's just
Yeah.
like, do I really have to paint a nasty picture to like to like at least like for you to understand like why it's at least important to have knowledge of this weapon, firearm. Like I think it's important to have knowledge about it, or at least have self-defense. Like God forbid you have no self-defense history, like you don't know how to like defend yourself in any manner. Like, yeah, you're probably gonna want a gun, and you're gonna want to be able to like execute quick, like immediately if you have
Yeah.
to, right? I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
worst case scenario, if it's like I have to put him down, like now, you're gonna want a gun or a knife or something.
Yeah.
So
All
that's
right.
like
I need full permission to go all in, like unfiltered. I need you to give me that right now, because I will. If you don't give me full permission, I
Go
won't.
ahead.
But
Go ahead. I don't know what to expect. Go ahead. It's fine.
Totally. I feel as though, as someone who knows how to use a gun, I grew up around guns.
Yeah.
I have gone shooting. I'm well averse as someone who has taken boxing classes. And again, a part of my PTSD comes from having to defend myself from very large men, right? On a regular basis. Like physically, like, yes, I totally agree with you. Like, we have to understand how to not be afraid of guns and how to, like, if we're put in a position where we can be like the hero per se, we know how to use that weapon to utilize it to not kill someone, but take them down, right? I'm also like such a fucking little Buddhist where I'm like, well, what if what if we stop idolizing guns and treating them like they're better than how many kids, or more worthy than how many kids that we lost? I totally agree. And I have been doing my research. I'll say this. When I get into something, I fucking dive in. Like, I'm looking at studies, I'm looking at sociologists talk about this. Like, I'm looking at Australia and Canada. Australia had a buyback program, which Americans really adore their guns. And like, I totally understand that. I don't think people are going to want to give them up. And I totally understand that. I'm not like totally idealistic. But there's got to be a balance, right? There has to be a balance between us not being afraid of them, knowing how to utilize them for good and or neutral shit, and also understanding that we have to, like, this is becoming progressively a huge problem in this country. Only 288 is the number of mass shootings that we've had in this country. In Mexico, where I'm from, where I fled from to be in a safer place, 8 is the number of mass shootings that we've had. School mass shootings. And it's like,
there's a lot of reports. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but there are.
No, please.
I've seen like, surprisingly, in my Yahoo Mail, like,
oh gosh,
I know it's like weird, right? But then like, I'm like, I don't know, like, well, it helps me at least.
I don't know about that one.
But you know what though? Well, what I'm gonna say is that because I saw like an article about I think it was Switzerland that had or maybe stricter laws, but less mass shootings. Like, it's like the way they're handling their laws has been working out for them. Like, so I think it's just the way we're kind of like, I guess, I don't know. Like, I keep thinking of the word regulation and whether I'm using it wrong, but I'm like, why can't like regulating be like, a good thing for, like, I don't know, gun laws, use, however you want to put it, just because like it's true, you gotta have like balance. Like, again, I think like having the knowledge, like, at least why it's important. I think like, and it depends on the mind, but on the individual is like, how do you interpret like eliminating threat, right? Like,
and it's such a
it's very like, you have to really dig deep. That's been part of my thing too, is like, dig deep, because it's like when it really comes down to it, when the chips are down, like, then what is that? What's the immediate solution? Because if it is like using a firearm, if you have knowledge of how to use it properly, you don't have to kill them. Take out their knee.
No, and that's exactly what my mentality is. Again, like, I know how to use a gun, and I genuinely feel like I and a lot of people that I've talked to, including a mother, if we would have been there, seriously, because I like love kids so much, if I would have been there, I would have been like, give me your fucking gun. You're not doing anything about it. Take him down. Like obviously aim where it's not lethal, and is that how I feel about it as well. But there are people who don't have enough practice to understand what that means. Like how to aim at a kneecap.
Oh yeah, right. Hey, I'm talking about too, because like, I don't, it's a pressure situation, so it's like
totally
frantically, totally. Like, I get it.
Totally. And I just think, and you can always I'll say what my boss said, who's an awesome, amazing woman in the Navy. And she's like, yes, you can always think about what you would have done, but you never know until you're really in that situation. So I totally respect, obviously, like, I totally agree with her. But
the what if, because I train like kind of like boxing, and not like I train throwing kicks and punches and stuff because we don't have a punching bag in our gym here. But hey, man, I'd rather know like how to throw a strike without myself,
totally.
Then like God, hey man, you know what? Asian hate is still very real. So
real.
God forbid anything happens to me. But again,
dude,
that's why that's like in there in my head. Aside from like just I like the activity of it, but
if you've ever experienced some form or been in the situation already, I think it forces you to like train for if that situation comes up again. Like I seriously, like I was at a bar here in Charlottesville a few years ago, and I was with a woman, and this fucking frat kid, this tall, like 6'2" frat guy was like trying to like square me up, and I was like, oh, we're still homophobic? We're still doing, okay, let's go. Like, you have to kind of put yourself in a situation where you could protect yourself for sure. Let's take self-defense classes together. Learn about the pressure points.
Sounds like it costs money.
Yeah. I'll teach you about pressure points. How about that? Oh, they're good. That sounded weird. I'm sorry. I didn't like that. Okay, let's move on.
So you made it weird.
I did make it weird.
I can't wait. I wonder what kind of music I'm gonna edit in there. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Oh, I don't know. No, it better be in Spanish. I swear to God, if it's not.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. We're gonna flip this. Yeah. We got very
let's go
into that.
Oh, we did. We did.
You know what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the show on that direction.
Okay.
I'll just look at it as good experience and practice for me.
Oh, good.
And it probably shows a lot more about how unintelligent I am about these these current events, because I only know a limited amount of stuff.
Just different focus, and that's okay.
Yeah, it really is. I just worry about me and like what I'm trying to build here. So
that's valid.
I've had like that, like the same conversation with another fellow artist. And he was stressing out, and I'm just like, this was when like the Ukraine thing like was starting to just blow up. No pun intended. And shit.
I'm trying not.
I was like, look, man, like I get it. It's tough, but like think about your happiness, your peace of mind, man. Just think about your work, your art, think about the projects.
Yeah.
Just focus on that, and then focus on your friends like me.
Yeah. Give me more attention.
No.
Yeah, you should be like, how about you give me more attention instead of reading up about that?
Let's get into the art shit, yo. Not art shit, but art shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because let's bring it full circle. Talking about how she's so supportive of other artists, which she is. There's no lie there. But she also doesn't really did not mention she is an artist as well. And not just a singular artist of one practice or medium, but she also plays a musical instrument. Kind of like you do like modeling a little bit. I see your photos, you do a little modeling action.
Wait a minute. You're calling me out. Okay.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. No, it's not calling out. It's called promotion.
Fuck yeah, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
This is how awkward I am.
Just like squares.
She knows how to model.
Vogue.
Yes. Yeah, I'm like so I've actually gotten paid for modeling before and I forget to tell people that. And then they go on my Instagram and see some of the stuff
Mm,
on there. And I'm like, yeah, that's my face.
mm.
And yeah, Tevin actually got me a bass for my birthday
Okay.
because I love playing electric bass and I'm
Nice.
not bad. I'm not bad.
Yo, I know great. I know. Oh, you like zombies, right?
I do. I do
You
like that.
do?
I do.
Like if you
I do.
don't, you
I
don't
like
have to say.
gory. No,
Okay.
I actually really do. I like gory. Like I like Call of Duty shit. It's bad.
Okay. Because I don't
Yeah.
know. Did we talk about zombies when we first met?
Probably. I mean, you did a
Oh.
lot of really cool zombie artwork and yeah. Wait, oh no. New brand. Wait, I had a new branch of conversation. I was like, no, 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 no. Focus, focus, focus.
Wait, what?
Oh, damn. It's Doctor Strange. Have you seen the new Doctor Strange? Okay, no,
Okay.
no,
We
no,
can,
no, no, no.
okay. Well, if it happens, we can revisit later. But
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
I want, speaking of bass,
Yes.
because I'm a big George Romero fan, and George Romero, for those
Okay.
who don't know, is the man behind. He's the what they call the Godfather of the Dead. Um,
Yeah.
Created the original Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and Day of the Dead, and he did some other movies for that franchise that didn't turn out so great. But the original trilogy, the original three, is phenomenal. Even a couple of the remakes, except for Day of the Dead, that one was trash. It had Nick Cannon in it. It was trash. But anyway,
I
Day
haven't
of the
seen it.
Dead intro song is a great, in my opinion. And I only speak from experience because I used to dabble in guitar, and back in college, I had a roommate that played bass, and every time we would jam, we would always warm up with this song, and it was a song from
Okay.
Day of the Dead. It was the intro song, and it's just like a very easy. It's just a nice warm up, like
Yeah. Yeah,
groove.
yeah, yeah.
Man, I would play it, but don't want to risk demonetization. But I'll send it
Oh,
to you.
fair.
I'll
Yeah.
send it to you
Okay. Yes.
and just give it a
Yes.
quick listen to hear like some
Hell
of the
yeah.
bass parts. Very simple, but it's just very groovy. And
Yeah.
we used to always play that song. Brings back a lot of good memories. Um, Great song. Oh, and
I'm.
then there was another song that has a really awesome bass part. Are you familiar with the band A Perfect Circle?
Maybe it sounds
Uh,
familiar, but I'm having a hard time. Like,
all right. So if you
you
know
know.
Tool.
No. I was gonna
What?
lie and say yes, but I don't. I'm
You're different.
well, well, you can just send me. I like my stuff
Send
is
it
a
to
little bit
you.
different.
I'm joking.
Hmm.
I'm teased that. I'll send it.
Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't
Well,
hear it. I'm a
there's a
little
song by A
sensitive right
Perfect Circle, just to cut it short. Is that
now.
one?
Okay.
There's a song by them called Judith. Another great. It's a female bass.
No, I
No.
totally know that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it's a
I know it by
great bass riff.
songs.
Yeah, Judith is an
Yeah.
awesome song. But yeah, I just wanted to like send some recs at you because
Hell
you.
yeah. You know what I've been
Clap
really
in the
into lately?
basement. Clap in the
I don't know.
basement.
Well, maybe one day you'll see me. You know Orion. I linked you with Orion, linked you up.
Oh yes, yes, yeah.
I like that blink.
We already have a date set up. So
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
locked in.
Yeah, and I'm just like always afraid that he's gonna know that I actually am decent musician and he's gonna like invite me up on the stage or something. That's like my biggest fear.
Yeah,
That's like my biggest fear. I'm like, but you know what I've been really into playing Bad Guy by Billie Eilish on the bass. Like I don't know why. I don't even usually listen to that kind of music, but the
yeah.
freaking bass.
Well, you know what? I think as a bass player, I think just because
Yeah.
your ear, the way it's tuned to
Yeah.
music, you probably catch these rhythms that are like, oh, that's like a nice bass, like riff.
Hmm.
Catch these
I
riffs.
think that's probably what it
Oh
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah. You know, bass.
I'll send you some of my what?
Well, you're gonna send me what?
Oh,
Addictive.
I've been trying to record myself like playing to get over my stage fright. It's so
Uh,
embarrassing, but I'm like, okay, if I can do this one day, I'll be able to like get up on the stage or at least play in front of my friends, right? Thus far, I've only played around Kevin, and he was genuinely shocked that I'm not bad. Like,
hey.
it was just like, wait a damn minute. And also like him watching me paint, he's like, oh,
Hmm.
you don't suck. What? I'm like, yeah, I know. It's just
Well,
fucking anxiety.
sister,
That's all it
you
is.
need to embrace yourself as an artist, as a musician. Fucking yes, queen.
Oh fuck yeah. That's the kind I'm gonna have to take notes for my therapist. I'm gonna have to tell her that's how she needs to talk to me from now on.
Yes,
Yes,
queen.
queen. Yeah. you, you know what's so funny? I listened to I listened to a Christian podcast. This sounds kind of out of the woodworks. I know, but it's called Yes, Jesus. And it's run by a couple gay men.
Oh my god.
And that's literally how they talk. I'm like,
Oh no.
that's that's the kind of I know. It's fucking
Well,
crazy. It's good. It's good though.
if it reminds you
But
of
yeah.
them, that's fair. During college, I went to an art school, so there were a lot. I had a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of fashion design roommates, and even like,
Mm,
I mean, even just like other,
yeah.
but I mean, it was like obvious they came in to do either fashion or like interior design, something like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I had a lot of roommates. Yeah, so I picked it up, a little bit there.
We had a lot of
At least,
do
I
you
don't
know what
exactly
do you know what that is?
the broken
Probably
wrist.
not.
The
Yeah,
broken.
you know what that is?
Yeah, well, yeah, I know what
Okay.
that
I don't
is.
know. You don't oh you
Oh, because I didn't demonstrate.
yeah,
Like
you have to demonstrate.
I
Like
like to. Yeah.
this is so problematic.
Yeah.
It's so problematic. It's awesome. It's like, yes. Impersonate
I
a stereotypical gay person.
yeah. I mean, yeah, the shit I do, my imitation is very fucking
No,
stereotypical.
same. No,
But
same.
I
No,
used to
same.
try to like fool our friends. I would pick up and do like
Hmm.
my best version of a female voice, but it's always very
Oh,
obnoxious. Like that's the only tone I can get my voice. Like, hello,
okay.
like
Sorry, I didn't hear it the first. I didn't hear it the first time.
what? Yeah,
I didn't hear it the first time. Can you do it again?
nah, we're good. I'll just do a playback.
Oh,
Hello.
I thought you were going. God damn it.
Nah, nah,
Oh, but
nah.
yeah.
But all right, yeah. So okay, so
Hmm.
you're liking the bass, slapping the
I'm
bass.
digging the bass. I have an electric violin too, which I don't show on social media, but that's actually what I started playing when I was 15. I've
Okay.
been playing the violin since I was 15, which is
Oh
a
man,
long time. I won't tell you how
love
old I am.
strings. Love strings.
You do?
Yo, Black Violin.
Uh,
You ever listen to them? Black Violin.
yes, but Lindsay Sterling has been my shit.
Okay. Yeah, she's dope
Crystallize?
too. But I,
Yeah.
I just gravitate towards I love hip hop, so I always go back to hip hop.
Yeah.
And I like that mixture. I like the strings with the hip.
Yeah.
But
I'm for
Lindsey Stirling is
yeah.
dope too. She's fantastic.
She's awesome. I'm really into like punk or rock for violin. Like I need like or metal even. Like I love that. And then for the bass, I'm really into like pop or just like don't hate, but like I fucking love Green Day, which is
Okay, no, it's sweet.
uh okay.
I
No,
get
those are
hate
just
for
my
not
favorite things
loving
to
them.
play. For
I
not loving them.
yeah, I mean I get it. Like they have a lot of great,
Yeah.
I get it. It's just that's never been like my go-to.
Yeah, that's fair. And if you're into hip hop, like I see, yeah, they're a little sad boy vibes, kind of. But I'm always a sad boy, so.
Well, I went through emo phase and all that. And
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I remember joining a band or trying to start a band, but they wanted to be like a Green Day. They're a big Green Day fans. So they wanted to like cover like their hits. And I was just like, and it's actually really funny because at that time I was messing around with bass. So I was playing bass on a couple of the Green Day songs and Taking Back Sunday. But yeah, so I get it. Green Day's not bad.
They just have good little riffs, like you said. Sometimes they're just good.
Catchy. It's catchy, gets you moving.
Yeah. But I haven't really been. I'm terrible at like remembering names in general, so that includes like musicians and like
if we're
songs.
talking about bands, I'm better off. But if we're gonna start identifying musicians or producers or anything like that, I'm like, oh
yeah, I know.
I'm like that with artists too, like visual artists.
Right.
There's like artists I love, and then I like have to keep looking back on their Instagram, like, oh, what's their name again?
Yeah, who's that guy G again? Oh shit, I just said it. Oh, damn it didn't work.
He's a piece of shit. That guy.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Oof, no.
Piece of shit, motherfucking.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna need a snack. That's what happens. Every 2 hours on the dot.
Look, we're about an hour in. How you feeling?
Feeling snacky. Feeling like I need a.
Want to go grab a snack?
It can't be something crunchy because I feel like that'll be annoying. Maybe. What am I gonna do? Just like eat well? Honestly, if my friends see me eating on this, they'll be like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
Who might have stopped you? I can edit this shit.
Yeah, who are you? Oh yeah, I forget. Dude, I forget that editing exists. That's how out of it I am.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, you have to edit this shit. I feel bad for you now. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I've been thinking about this, and it's probably just because I did an episode with Jenna again. But
yeah,
as far as podcast, and by the way, don't think you're gonna get away with like talking about your art, but she kind of brings the real like I don't know, like podcasts are, I don't know, they're like, she brings the fun. Like she can really bring the fun. And sort of by that is by, I mean, like, if you like, that's like, you would have to watch the episodes with her because they are very like I'm editing shots and adding, well, you hear it in the audio too, but I'm always doing something with the visuals when I find like a funny moment, or if I just catch something particular and I just like capitalize on it, like zoom ins and stuff like that, facial expression.
That's awesome.
And that's what drives like the other like sound effects I throw in there. So when you have a guest that can sort of make that experience fun, I guess, I don't know how other way to word it, but yeah, like there'll be a lot of fun things I can do. I can I can see the future, but I can see a lot of fun, creative openings for the product. I don't know what I'm saying right now.
You're describing editing. Yeah, because I don't know technology, so you're teaching me about it. I'm gonna get an orange.
Yeah. Go get an orange, and I'm just gonna again clarify I'm bad with words.
Okay, sounds good. And also, I usually deflect, so I don't have to talk about stuff that I don't want to talk about. And you called me out on that shit. Mad respect. Mad respect for that. I was like, if someone does that to me, I respect them.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
Are those the ones that have like caffeine in them too, or are they just?
No, it's just
soda water.
It's just sparkling water, and what I like about liquid comes from the Alps, and with every purchase, 10% will go towards plastic pollution. Death to plastic, murder your thirst, and help the environment. Liquid. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. But
An orange.
actually, that's interesting you said that, right? Because Nicole
Yeah.
works in the medical field as well, and
Hmm.
she's built like she's pretty calloused, like
Yeah.
she's built
Hmm.
that, I don't know, that armor, like I mean, she empathizes, but she knows how to put on that facade, I guess, or not facade,
Hmm.
but she can separate herself and really get to the logistics
Yeah.
of like like
Yeah.
it has to be this way, or whatever
Yeah.
whatever it is that
Yeah.
the topic being, but
Yeah.
knows how to like
I
really
think,
cut down to it.
yeah, I think it's you're so good with words. I know you'll get this one down. But like a carpet. Sorry, that was shitty. I'm sorry.
I literally said before, I'm bad with words.
I really felt bad for like calling you out. Well, now I lost my train of thought. Also,
Good.
can you hear me chewing? Can you hear me when I chew?
Let's try this ASMR right now.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. I just put my ear by the mic like I'm gonna if anything,
You hear
no, but I think I heard the initial chew, like the first chew.
Oh, the first chew? Okay.
Maybe. We'll see.
Sorry, friends. Next time. Ew, I hate ASMR. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate it.
I don't hate all of it, but there are a couple of sounds that I've discovered that I enjoy. I don't know, only for like a small amount of time.
But it's like, should I do the
yeah, but you know what it is? Like
what?
your mic is not on that,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
No,
then
that's not how technology works.
Like, I'll tell you this, right?
I just did what you did.
So with when I have guests here, I've noticed that when I have my mic on this table that I use between us, if you tap on the table, well, I think at the time, depending on the setting, I had the gain up a little bit so that it can grab more surrounding sound in case they sit too far away. Because some people know how to project their voice. I'm more loud naturally, but I can project.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had the gain up a little bit. So anytime you would tap on the table, like you would pick it up. You can hear that shit.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it
Talk
is
about ASMR. Yeah.
I mean, you isolate our voices and then you just hear goom, goom, goom. No, but I do enjoy I've seen videos of ASMR of like drawings. So it would be someone just drawing with like a charcoal pencil real quick.
Yeah.
And just hearing each stroke that they're making. Sometimes they'll do like single line drawings or something. There's I find peace in that, but only for yeah.
Yeah. I could see it. It's just not my thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I do love watching people paint or draw, but I don't know about the listening part. But yeah.
Yeah, I would love to hear you talk about painting and drawing. Artist. Took like
Once upon a time. I know. That's usually the average time. Yeah, that's as long as it takes for me to open up.
Well, it's all right.
Yeah.
I kind of saw this coming, I think.
Yeah, I know. That's good. Then you knew what you were getting yourself into.
I did.
I don't know what to talk about. Like,
so let me ask you then. I will ask you this. What form of art came first? Because you said you played violin at 15. So was that the first thing that you picked up, or did you pick up visual arts, or just what was the thing that you cling to first?
It was definitely visual arts. I actually, funny enough, I wrote a story about this the other day, but I grew up in Jalisco, Mexico, and it's like all visual arts, honestly, where I'm from. And I was yeah, so like we were super poor growing up, and I feel like that was like the way to express and cope with that. So I like very distinctly remember my aunt who had these gorgeous blue jeans, and she was like drawing all over them, and I was like, fuck yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Like I just love drawing. I can't remember I can't remember ever not drawing. Like every day I feel like I would get a schedule. Yeah, from super early childhood. I was just so like I never had the means to buy the supplies. So when I started to like I started working when I was like 15, and I really got like the funds to buy the supplies.
Yeah.
I took like an art class in high school, and I was like, fuck yeah, like this is I'm not good at stuff, but this is the one thing.
Well, hey, you know what? There is, I guess, like you can put it in this sense. Like there are like two types of artists. There are artists that do it because they just love doing it, even if they're not good at it. And then you have the other artists that's like, nah, this is my life, son. I'm gonna make money off of this, and this is how it's my living, which is great too.
So yeah, I think that's why I have a complex relationship with my art, because I don't understand its purpose. Like I know I can
with your art and be like, yo, what's up?
What you want from me?
What are we doing?
What do you want to be? What are we? Define the relationship. Ooh, that's a good define the relationship with your art.
What are we? What are we doing? What are we doing about dinner? Are we doing takeout? Feel like cooking? What do you want to eat and watch? Netflix or
it's funny being
HBO Max? No, I'm kidding. But no, like yeah.
As we're saying this, my art is right next to me, and I'm like, yeah, bitch, what are we?
Look at that shit. And your art is beautiful. So I do find it fascinating that you have this fear. Well, I get it, but I just find it fascinating when artists are like this about their work, when they are good at what they do, but they do have like a, they're little, you guys, I said you guys, like what? I'm an artist too. Like I do this.
Yeah, I know. You guys, like look in the mirror, you guys.
To separate yourself from the artist and to speak as a I don't know.
Interviewer?
No, yeah.
Oh no.
Spectator. I was trying to think of spectator.
Oh, I see.
No, but it's true though, right? You're like, if you have talent and the skill, but you know, you're secure to show it because we are putting a part of ourselves out there. I get it, but again, you know, fucking, you still capitalize on it. I mean, it's if it is who you are, like let the people know.
I just don't understand how to capitalize on it. I've told you about this a little bit, like with my social media. Like I don't want anyone to see any of it, but like I like to sometimes it's so weird. Like what is that? Like I do want people to see it, but I don't. Like my work is up right now, and I fucking love that people can look at it and they don't know it's me.
Okay, well,
you know what I mean?
Oh, well,
this is some Banksy shit.
Oh wait, hold on. Create something.
All
right, if you create something and you want people to see it, why do you want them to see it? What would be like the initial? What's the initial gain from when people see it? Like, what is it you hope for? Why do you want people to see it?
A part of me wants to say the real answer, which is like, I want them to see like this representation of like, or a lot of my art is just a representation of how much struggle I've overcome and how much I've turned it into like this beautiful thing. Okay. A lot of my work, I don't talk about this often, but a lot of my really big pieces are about the beauty of overcoming struggle, which is low-key deep. That's the real answer. The answer I would have normally given people is, look at how pretty this is. Look at how
Okay.
I mean, I don't think sometimes people don't get that deep into art when they're looking at it, you know?
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
my work is surreal. So,
well, because yeah, everyone interprets what they're looking at differently. So if that
mhm.
all right, so that's right why you would want someone to see your art. Now, why
Yeah,
wouldn't you want them to see your art?
because it's like so emotionally driven. When I make something, it's emotionally driven,
Which is yeah,
honestly.
of course. But then what's the harm in that? Like as for an
Yeah.
audience to see, like what's the harm in that?
Yeah.
You know?
Like I
Is
don't want
it
that shit in
is
my
it the
life.
is it the critique? Is it a critique or is it like something is it the feedback that hinders you like when you think about putting your work out there?
Mm-mm. No, I'm pretty good about being critiqued, and I'm pretty good about being told that I'm not liked or someone doesn't like my stuff. I think it's just like being seen is so scary, which has something to do with my stage fright. Like
Mm,
it's so scary. Like I don't know. Like
I get
I
it.
feel like for a long, yeah. And of course, like context is like I was an illegal immigrant for a while in the US. So I feel like I was always hiding. So there was always so much fear there. So I'm sure there's something there, right?
Okay.
Where like I'm so scared of being seen. Like
No,
now
right.
I'm like,
Like
oh,
your natural instinct might be like just being behind the scenes kind of thing. Kind of like
yeah, for
you're
sure.
saying, like seeing people looking
Hmm.
at your work and not realizing like, oh, like the artist is right behind me.
Yeah.
Right. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
But
know.
but even in that sense, right? If that's
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
case, why not still put it out there anyway?
Touche. And that's what I'm doing here now,
Well, I guess
chatting
like
with
with
you.
social media, right? You're putting your name is
Sure.
attached to it. So, but
Yeah.
but that's I mean, you're doing it for like maybe just look at it as a selfish act. Like you're doing it for you. You're posting your art to share your ideas and your views,
Yeah.
your message, whatever you want to
Yeah.
fill in the blank.
But like something I appreciate about your art is that I think a lot of people can relate as far as when they look at it. They're like, it's very clear on what it is. And it feels simple as far as it's not such an intense emotional um complicated feeling towards it. Like with surrealism, people
Mm.
are like, oh, I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm not into it. But with your work, it's like very cool. When people look at it, they're like, that's cool. Does that like it's an immediate understanding that it is
Well, I
a
guess
superhero and it's very cool to look at. It's very like easy is not like a bad thing. It's more easy, like it's easy to appreciate. That's what I meant by easy. Easy to appreciate your work.
well, thank you. That's very kind.
I
Um,
think that was a yes.
I mean, it sounded like a compliment, unless
No,
I'm
it wasn't. Sometimes
presumptuous.
I'm like, no, it was. Like I
Well, no, I
appreciate
mean,
when people,
yeah, it depends how you like, yeah, because like if something is like
yeah,
easily eye appealing, I mean, yeah, it depends like who's looking at it, because there are people that
yeah,
like art because they're just eye appealing, or there are people
hmm
that is it strikes an emotion or a thought or
hmm
a memory, and then there are just other people that do look at detail on whatever the subject matter is and is able to
yeah,
appreciate that as far as whatever the narrative is. But I try to
yeah,
have all of that. I try to incorporate all that.
yeah,
That's why my work is very detailed. And then
yeah.
because of my just illustration background, like what I went to school for, went to school
That's true.
for
Yeah.
went to school for animation. And I focused a
Hmm.
lot on character design and
Hmm.
background design. So,
Hmm.
you know, people are always like asking if I would consider doing comics. I'm like, I used to, but I don't
Yeah.
I don't know. I fell out of that type of art, like sequential art, doing things in that.
Yeah.
So, and I just don't follow comics anymore. So,
That's fair.
yeah.
I think I'm like like very sure of my art style, but almost wish that I could do something along your like the line of your work because it resonates with a lot of people.
Well, that's just
And I'm
because
like looking at your piece right now and I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
that's right. You got the Raven one.
Yeah, but look at that. Can I show it
Ooh,
up
I,
on the
I mean,
screen? I mean, I fucking love this one.
oh yeah, that's right. You
Yeah,
know
I saw
that
like
one.
I want to be able to do something like that. Hmm?
Well, that was a fun piece. There's like
Yeah.
no like narrative or message behind that one. That was purely for like fun. That was for Inktober.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but like
I forget what the thing
Tevin
was.
saw that and was like a black robot with an afro.
I
That's dope.
think it's yeah, I don't know what the yeah, I don't know what drove. I forget what the name, the prompt was for that specific day. But
Yeah, I
yeah, I
wonder.
mean, as far as like my other
Also,
pieces go, there are narratives in there,
mm,
but that is purely inspired
yeah,
by, again, going back to observation. Like I just
yeah.
when I'm not affected by social media and the new and just
Uh-huh.
all media,
Hmm.
I'm when I'm not reacting, I'm sitting and
Yeah,
watching. And when I say watching, I'm not literally just like, sitting on my phone, but I
yeah.
like the moments I do go on my phone and I scroll through real quick and just try to capture and like retain the things I do like. I'll save
Hmm.
links or article, whatever, like stuff I like and I'm
Hmm.
into. But yeah, I'm just like observing, kind of like what you're saying, right? Just getting a little bit of like what's going on, but don't
Hmm.
get too invested into it, only because, again, like I know it's gonna get in my head. It's gonna be like all I think about. I'll probably try to put
Yeah,
my 2 cents, even though I don't really
yeah.
know too much. Like, I'm because, again, I'm hyper reactive too. And when I do stuff like that, that's like post workout, which is like, oh, that's a no. I'm like, I keep reminding myself, I'm like, I have to keep my phone away from me after a workout, because I'm like at my most confident, like just crushing a workout. I'm like super positive, but it's like almost like, I guess, toxic masculinity, right? Because I'm like, I
Oh
try to
shit.
push like I try to push the fellow man to like help them push their limits, their own limits.
Yeah.
So like I'd be like doing these random like push-up challenges with my friends and be like, yo, let's get like 20 push-ups.
And you do that when you're like alone and you're like, oh yeah.
Well, just because
Like
like
you
my
could easily.
endorphins is like up,
Hmm.
it's just like
Hmm.
everything is maxed out. Like, so I'm
Yeah.
super positive and like I try to be very inspirational, but then I'm also like,
Hmm.
challenge me, I'll take that challenge, but you gotta do, like, oh, we push each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's tough.
I like that.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
if I see something, something tragic happens, and then I see how
Yeah.
people react and how black and white the reaction is, then I start
Right.
reacting on that. And then I say shit that's like, I know later I'll be like, fuck, I should have like waited and let it sit for a minute,
Yeah.
like gain more information and this and that. So it's very impulsive. It's like I have like a very impulsive behavior, but it's like
Hmm.
it like comes from like crushing a workout, just being like, I conquered this. Now we can conquer everything else together.
I actually know exactly like I resonate, but it sounds like you're really introspective. At least you know yourself well enough to say, you know what,
I try.
I'm
It's a
gonna back
constant
off. Like
practice.
you learned, and you're like, I'm gonna back off and not go in. And
I
what
try.
is it? There's like a term for like, I don't want to use the word troll, but you don't want to become a troll.
I
Like,
mean, well, I definitely troll. But I try to like make sure it's just like with my close friends, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
And again too, right? Because I'm pretty sure I've talked about this probably by myself on the podcast, but like
Hmm.
the people I go after, like I do that because in the beginning they came to me for help. So it's like my way of keeping them accountable. It's like honoring their mission
That's
for
scary.
themselves. It's
Yeah.
like I literally had my
Yeah.
friend, he has a kid now, so like I get it. But I
Hmm.
remember at first he came to me and he's like, look, I just want to get like fit enough to, he's like, I just don't want to feel like a bitch anymore. It's like, all right.
Hmm.
So that means like we're gonna find every and any way to like get it in and like at any more,
Hmm.
because I used to have a job. I used to work toxic workplace, but I worked for a weight loss company,
Hmm.
and at that time I was at the peak of my like, I was on that like influencer like mode, like trying to help people get like healthier and more fit. And like
Yeah.
this job was perfect. Like at least like my enthusiasm was there. And it was true to my heart. But I worked in the office setting, and I would do like 3-minute workouts at my desk when I had time. Like I was that disciplined. So I'm like, if there's a
Hmm.
like, like if there's a will, there's a way. I'm like, yeah, bitch, you can
No
do
excuses.
yeah, for real. It's like you could do 3 minutes of like just 3 exercises, and that's like including breaks and stuff. Like I used to do like
Yeah.
1 minute like crunches or like squats. Like, bro, like when I was doing a lot of content creating, I created like in-home and in-office workouts. This was like during quarantine. So I've created
Oh.
like these 5-minute workouts that you can do like literally at your desk or in bed. Like
Yeah.
I did like I took this from Bruce Lee's uh, regimen of like isometrics that you can do in bed. It's like a 3-minute workout just to get your heart rate going and everything. But
Yeah.
like, but the main important part of all of that is just you got to hit the switch,
Yeah.
the mindset.
And again, that is a part of discipline, like the mental discipline of being able to like hit the switch. I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
people don't have that, especially when it comes to technology. Like you can
Yeah.
just easily be like, who needs discipline when I could just type everything I'm saying right now?
Yeah.
Like
And it's all
yeah,
connected too. It's all interconnected. Like,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you just, I'm trying to practice these things again to sort of just kind of limit, to limit, my
yeah,
intake. That's why this
yeah,
painting behind me, it's called Overload.
mhm,
It's
yeah,
us like just taking in all this tragic news, and then technology advancements, and
yeah,
UFO shit, and then the Black Lives Matter and all this shit. We're taking all this in, and we're all like miserable. It's like, well, come on,
yeah,
as bad as it is, like you got to shut it down. Like if you're gonna really
yeah,
look out for number one,
yeah,
you gotta shut that shit out at least for like a day. Like you could do things in
yeah.
increments. It's like a diet. You
But
do
I
things
mean,
in increments. You'll
yeah. You're talking about like dieting and like physical health and stuff like that. I feel like it's not from like a nerdy standpoint. Like your brain literally goes through dopamine withdrawal if you're away from your phone for 1 to 2 days and you're not like around technology. So I can empathize with people who have a hard time. Like you're literally
it's like
addicted to
how
these
bad their
things.
conditioning is though, because or like
That's true.
if you don't do like a 24-hour fast, like at least like
Yeah.
where you would be stationary and on your phone for minutes scrolling, try to like
Yeah.
have your phone there, just for example, now when we go to bed, I plug my phone in the living room so that I'm not on my
Smart.
phone in bed.
Yeah.
So I'm like doing these
Yeah.
little things and again, like when I wake up, again, I'm not on my phone for like the first half hour.
Yeah.
So it's just like
I
little
want,
things like that.
yeah. I want to learn how to do that and have like a healthier relationship with like social media platforms because I'm like the inverse where like I will go through so much time. Like I spend so much time not being on social media sometimes. Like I can spend up to a week and then I'm like, okay, but what if I posted more of my artwork? And if I was more
Yeah.
active, actually just posting some of my work, I think that could be beneficial, but I don't know how to balance it. So I
So
haven't even, like, I've tried a little bit, but I'm just like,
so
I don't know how to,
my
yeah.
advice to that And I was a late bloomer on this one, but I think it's
Mm-hmm.
like if you really solely want to have, I would focus on an account that, or not have an account that focuses on your craft or
Art.
multiple
Mm-hmm.
creative endeavors. So again, if it's like your modeling, uh, music, uh, painting, all that,
Mm-hmm.
have it that. But in, but if you want to have like more intro, like, so that's how I'm trying to treat my account. My art
That's
is solely
smart.
just
Yeah.
on my art, and then I mean I need to be better at it, but like post like sharing other artist stuff in my stories, but
Mm-hmm.
try to keep it focused on art and creativity, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
then you know so many branches like music, photography, um, you know, film stuff, like you know all of that. Um, and then I have my regular G Terado account where it's like all my fitness and like other random like cat videos, like all this like
Yeah.
like you see a little more of my humor in there too. Like so it's like all
Right.
like my more personal stuff. But again,
Yeah.
try to keep those separate because when I was still sharing everything under Art of G Terado, I think
Mm-hmm.
it affected my following, and I think it affected like my family following.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably exaggerating. It was like a blip in the moment. It was like a controversial
Yeah.
point, but yeah. But I think like because again, like you know, I'm sharing like some honest opinions and thoughts on certain matters,
Mm-hmm.
and people don't agree with it, and it's like it became. I feel like it became one of those moments where it's like, all right, now you. It's like you're not gonna support my art because you don't support my other perspectives kind of situations, like separating the artist
Mm-hmm.
from the person type of things.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I really
I,
should have like
yeah.
a personal account to just kind of like you know, so then I can vent out my other thoughts that are going through my head,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Just another
That makes sense.
look at it as like
Yeah.
another filter. Like you have your filter for your
Yeah.
artwork and all your creativity, and then you got your filter
Yeah.
where you want to just share like you know like cat videos and like other things that make you happy. But because like that's kind of
Do
like
you actually
what
do you actually share that many cat videos? That's all you can think of.
just at the
Sorry.
moment because recently like I got
Okay.
like videos and pictures of like Siler and Loki, but I mean yeah like you see like the cat dad of G like
Yeah. Okay.
you know yeah it's just like normal boring shit, but you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, if you want to see like just stuff, I mean, I do promote my art there
Yeah.
too to draw to gain some family support. But
Yeah.
that would be
That makes
my advice. Like I
yeah.
tried giving this advice. You don't have to take it, by the way. Right? This is just like how I handle
Yeah.
my thoughts to keep my sanity again. I
Mm-hmm.
was trying to recommend it to another friend. They have like so they have like I don't know like a handful of different accounts, and it's all like design related. It's like it's kind of
Yeah.
mundane, it's repetitious. So I'm just like, why don't you just like have one account where it's like all your work,
All
and
art.
then
Yeah.
yeah, and then you know I get it. You want to express yourself, like your
Yeah.
other side of self, like it just I don't know. Again, it depends how you want your page displayed. Like because now
Yeah.
my intention is really trying to draw in more artists, aspiring artists, and you know, like really, yeah, like try to just connect with the community more than just like
Yeah.
the other stuff. So
Yeah.
it's
I
tricky.
feel
It's tricky.
that's no, it is tricky. And I feel like that's what I want more as well. Like I want to actually feel a part of the community without having to be on my phone 24/7 to make sure
Yeah.
I am getting like a following or whatever. I just don't, I've never been like, I actually originally got an Instagram account because I was modeling.
Mhm.
And the photographer at the time just made me basically get an Instagram account. And I was like, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and he didn't make me, but he kind of really wanted me to do that.
Yeah.
He thought it was a good idea. And like modeling was just something that I was doing for fun. I didn't think much of it. I wasn't, it was just something my friend who happened to be a photographer, Kyle is his name, was like, "You want to do this?" I was like, "Sure, whatever." Like, I wasn't thinking too deeply into the concept of getting a following or becoming like an Insta baddie
Oh, is that what they call
or
it?
anything. It's what they call it. Yeah, I was like, that's my nightmare a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, so I kind of just want to feel like a part of the community more than anything. Like I want to be able to interact with artists more and like when I'm having a hard time, let's say like right now I'm having a really hard time finishing this piece
Mm-hmm.
that I love, but I can't seem to have like the attention span to finish it. Like I want to be able to have some support from people who get it, who can like empathize with short attention spans when you're working on a project or like or
Um,
like writer's block or something, artist
no,
block.
actually, before I
Hmm.
try to even put any tips or advice on that, I would
Hmm.
do you like to listen to audiobooks or read regular books?
Hmm.
Like a reader person?
Or read.
I don't because I don't read. I don't retain well when I read. I just don't retain
Hmm.
well in general, but I do better with audiobooks. But
Hmm.
there's an author named Stephen
Hmm.
Pressfield, and he wrote it's like a series of books, but the first book is called the War of Art, and
Hmm.
basically all about like finding like this. It's like about identifying like the ego and separating the ego with the self and
Ooh.
find the finding the muse. Like he speaks of the muse like it's a person. So
Yeah.
it's all about like, I mean, it's a lot about like writer's perspective, I guess, because he's a writer. But
Yeah.
it's
So
all these like
relevant.
all these basic things that you can apply on any discipline. But it's like a matter of like,
Yeah.
because there are artists that, and this is actually something I've discovered about myself. But it's like a
Hmm.
matter of like, you know, the least you can do is just show up. And then
Hmm.
sometimes, like, whether like you just sit there and you wait until the muse comes to you, or you, I don't know, you follow other regimens, like whether it's like chores or something, and eventually, like, you find the muse to sit down and create. Like,
Yeah.
I love it. Like, I've learned so, and
Yeah.
if because like I have been very introspective as of like these recent times because
Yeah.
really but yeah, I've been listening to that book, and then there's another great book called the what is it called? I feel like I need to find out real quick.
Hmm.
I want to say it's not The Professional, is it? No, Going Pro, which is like the following book of
Hmm.
the War of Art. I don't know, definitely a great recommendation.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's so again, like you kind of you try to figure out like, all right, what is the best way for me? Like, is it just showing up at my desk? And because that's how I do it. If like I've realized that there have been moments I've caught myself where, and I will say like marijuana does help. It actually helps with my anxiety because my hands get so clammy. Like I have, when you talk about performance, like I have performance
Yeah.
anxiety. I think
Hmm.
about the end results. I think about all this stuff.
Right.
I don't like being watched. Like I can,
Yeah.
like I have coworkers that can definitely confirm like I've sweat bullets when they're over my shoulder and watching me do a task.
Yeah.
And but so yeah, that I smoke weed just to even out, and then I swear it helps every time. My hands, things calm down. My hands dry up and I'm able to work. Because sometimes I'm just sitting there for hours, like holding onto this
Yeah.
rag and just drying my hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm on my paper, it's gonna get wrinkled. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but then so when I'll smoke a bowl, and sometimes I catch myself looking at, depending like what piece I'm working on, or if it's like a
Hmm.
commission. But I do find myself kind of just staring at the blank paper and just kind of
Yeah.
blueprinting shit.
Going in. Oh yeah.
But
feel that.
everyone's
Yeah.
method is different. So it's
Yeah.
but again, I think
I
it's just like
also
a matter of showing up. If you can show up, again, just like
yeah.
put yourself in your workspace and just try to ride that out and see what happens. Again, though, like if you got your phone on you or something, that could be distracting, and you might have to find a solution for that. Whether it's like just
Yeah.
a podcast and then sitting it somewhere where you can't just reach for it and like get distracted on social media, or like music, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like those are like my go-to things. Like I just put on something I can listen to and
Yeah.
ride it.
Funny enough, like music and my art are so intertwined that like I need that music. That's
Oh,
usually what helps. And I feel like if I'm not finding the right song or whatever,
oh,
it makes it really difficult. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah, a lot of
like
my
it
yeah.
has to set the tone.
Oh, all about it. I've talked about it
Oh.
multiple times on the podcast. Yeah, a lot of
Hmm.
yeah, a lot of my paintings, especially like this series, I can tell you right now,
Hmm.
like the art I all I listened to was NF, who is I don't know if you know who NF is. He's a not that it matters, but he's a white rapper. He's kind of like people would compare him to Eminem, but he's a very like
Hmm.
self-aware rapper. Talks about mental health. He doesn't curse. Like he used to be considered like a Christian rapper because he's clean.
Okay.
I don't think he
Yeah.
really claims that anymore, but he's fucking
Okay.
sick. And
Yeah.
a lot of his music was like kind of the fuel to get these paintings out because they're so personal.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
it's all about self-awareness and
Hmm.
observation. So NF was like the rapper that I listened to for a good majority of my recent paintings. So I'm
Okay.
with you on that. Like I do have like if like yeah, depending on like the message of my work, yeah, I'll put on a
Yeah.
song that's like pushing that message the same,
Oh,
or at least
that's
my
awesome.
interpretation. Like it might mean something to someone
Yeah.
else, but like nah, bitch, this song means this shit right here.
Yeah. Hey, like we said, music is art too. Like comedy
It's a
that's a
vessel.
form of art. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's smart. I feel like I should just have like one song that inspires a piece and just listen to it over and over again until I get that
I've
shit
done
down.
that.
I have to, I
I've
have done actually as I said that I was like, I've done that before too.
I have a playlist that I listen
No,
to all the
totally.
time, and
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Dude,
like,
we should do like a Spotify blend.
oh, I don't really
You
use
know what that
Spotify
is?
for my music though.
Oh my God. Don't say Apple Music. I swear to God.
No, I don't use that either. I mean I don't.
Okay.
I
Okay, good.
I just rip things from
Oh, fair. Fair,
the
fair, fair.
air,
Yeah.
download them.
From the air into your brain. Just
Yeah.
upload that. Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I've been that's something my friends and I did recently is we did a Spotify blend playlist and that's been pushing me a little bit.
What does that mean?
I thought I
You
was the
send each other.
oldie. That's awesome.
Is that when you send each
That's
other's
awesome.
like playlists?
So you have a link that you send to everyone through Spotify and Spotify automatically blends like songs into one playlist. And it's like your Spotify blend. So it'll update every day, I want to say, or every other day. I don't know. It updates frequently. And it's like one playlist, but it shows you on the side whose song it's
Uh,
from, like whose playlist. It's very cool way to like connect with
and
your friends.
oh, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I think no, I think that's a great idea. I guess I'm
Yeah.
not with it. I'm not hip.
You're not with it.
I
You're
just
not.
I
You're
listen
gonna
to the
have to.
same. I listen to the same shit too. You know.
Oh,
I do go
yeah.
through
That'll do
phases though,
it.
because that's the thing. Like I mentioned, I'm really into hip,
Yeah.
but that's just because like
Yeah.
that's why that was like the first genre I grew up on was hip hop and R&B,
Yeah.
and then my sister got me
Hmm.
into like rock, and then
Hmm.
my oldest got me into like other cultural music. And so
Hmm.
it was
As
always
a
like,
face,
kinda like
other culture.
well like you know like Japanese music or like Egyptian,
Oh yeah.
like Buddhism, like
Yeah.
music, like like some really random. And he got me into like soundtracks from like movies and stuff like that.
That's
So
awesome.
so like in that manner, like I'm able, like I love like all types of music, but as of
Yeah.
late, it's been hip hop that's been like drawing me back in and kind of like sticking
Hmm.
with that. Like very particular
Hmm.
about other genres catching my attention now. Like
Okay.
there's a couple few bands that I'll go back to and just listen to.
Hmm.
But in terms of like the messaging, like everything I
Yeah.
listen to, especially with the hip hop, is all about like the drive and like fucking grind, like
That's
killing
awesome.
it, dropping bars. Yeah, motivation.
That's so different than the kind of stuff. Okay. I was like,
And,
what
I,
can I send you?
and not only that, too,
Nothing.
right? Like I talk about hip hop and like to even
Yeah.
specify, like I'm listening to like Filipino hip hop right now.
Fuck yes. That's awesome.
I don't even
You're
understand
gonna
the
have to send
words.
that to me.
But there's this young rapper, Easy Mill, and he's been kind of like
Hmm.
blowing up. He's fucking sick. And
Hmm.
yeah, he's like he does like especially like his freestyles, he'll do English and then go to Filipino and switch it off. And
That's cool.
it's really dope.
I'm
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
That's
totally
really cool.
but
On
yeah.
Yeah. On that page, I've been into this DJ called De Oro. He's
Mhm.
Mexican and he blends like really old classic songs, like
Mhm.
Mexican songs, and modernizes them and like gives them this modern beat. I'll send it to you.
Okay, go for it. There is a
It's like,
I'll just say it's a
uh-huh.
Spanish song. It's a go-to song for every wedding. It's a song from the Fast and Furious franchise, Danza Kaduro. I don't know what it means. I don't know what the lyrics mean, but it's a
I don't
really
really know it.
it's a really good song to dance to by
Okay.
wait, do you know what I'm talking about?
No,
Do you know who
but I'm listening.
Don Omar? Do you
Okay.
who Don Omar is?
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. You look.
I do. It's just your accent, and I'm trying not to judge it.
Oh yeah, I know. I can't help that. Done. I
No,
can't.
I know you can't. But I feel like I'm trying, my
Danza
brain is trying to
Kaduro.
understand what you're trying to, yeah. Don Omar. Is it gasolina? No.
No. The song is called Danza
No, no.
Kaduro. Yeah, Danza Kaduro.
Yeah, if you say it like that, I'll understand what you're
I'll send it to you.
Yeah. Or let me write down what you're trying to say so I can.
But
That's
no,
mean.
it's
I'm
not.
sorry.
You said Gasolina. It's not Daddy Yankee.
Well, I know Don Omar and Daddy Yankee are totally different
I
people,
know
but sometimes yeah,
no, I'm very
sometimes people
aware
can.
of reggaeton. Okay. And
No,
it all sounds the same.
low key it does. Low key, same beat. Yeah.
Uh,
That's like every Spanish genre of music. It has one beat, different lyrics. Like,
I'm only ripping on it
fuck,
because I had a coworker that fucking blasted that shit all the time. And
that's awesome.
it was just like, like, come on. I liked it. I liked it to the point it got so played out. And that's something about it too. One's like,
yeah,
when things get like overhyped or like
yeah,
trendy shit, like I get over it
yeah,
quick.
yeah. Same. That's why when I said Billie Eilish, I even caught myself off guard because I usually am not really into things being overplayed. I get so tired of it so quickly. I'm
Yeah,
like, all right.
mainstream music.
Yeah.
I do praise Richmond for they have a two radio stations. One plays like all like old school hip hop R&B, and then the other one plays like alternative rock, like from the late 90s 2000s. I'm like, yeah, fuck.
That's
yeah,
cool. That's cool.
There wasn't a lot of that in Jersey unless it was Z100 and they play all the shit hits. So
Dude, keep in mind I moved from Seattle. It was only punk or like EDM. Like,
I mean, at least there's punk.
that's true. I do
Ooh,
love the punk scene in Seattle, but
there's this
what?
band that has a very nostalgic like punk sound. They're called Heart
Hmm.
Sound. Two vocalists. I don't know the gentleman's name, but the female
Hmm.
vocalist was from like is from another like a thrash metal band or something. But it's
Ooh.
very like oh yeah, you would just have to like YouTube them. They have like an
Yeah.
old school like no, I mean, and I guess when I say old school, I mean like the fast tempo like punk rock.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like
That's my genre
Rufio,
right there.
you know,
Hmm.
do you like Rufio or did you know
I
about Rufio?
do. Yeah. Yeah,
You
that's
know,
my
shit
shit.
like that. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
your
like
art.
I yeah. Hmm. I'm everyone's number one fan except for when it comes to my shit.
Well,
Yes.
no,
I can talk about
you
my
are
art.
in a position. I mean, I understand why. Like, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, I think it's just a matter of like kind of just like letting go of some of the things and
Yeah.
just express yourself. But in terms of like handling accounts, like how do you want to like you know
Yeah.
keep up with like with the social media work with it? I
Hmm.
don't know. Maybe give it a try or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe making a specific page for your work might help out.
Yeah.
At least in
I'm
terms.
also thinking, mhm,
Mhm.
sorry, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I've been no, you go ahead. No, you go.
Yeah.
No, you go. Okay, I'll go. I think it'd be good for me to actually show some of my work in person. Like I've been invited to a couple of galleries, and I said yes to one and then pulled out last minute, which is very, in retrospect, that was very rude of me. But like I think it was a small Richmond gallery too. Like not cool, but just saying yes to showcasing some more of my work in person would be beneficial as well. Like I totally see the importance of having social media
Mm.
and showcasing your work on an account that's just for your work. Like I see the how beneficial that could be. I also would almost want to like face my fear in person a little bit more as well. So
Yeah. I mean, there'll definitely be
I think
growth coming from it.
yeah, I think so too. Um, it's super interesting how like I'm focusing so much on my art right now because I'm also a nursing student.
Yeah. Well, I know we didn't even get into that. I did want to bring that up too. You are in the medical field, so how does that like? I mean, that
Yeah.
is a big. I guess I could see that being a big factor into like how it makes some of the. I mean, I'll say organizing, uh, kind of complicates that a little bit, right? Because
Yeah,
time
it's
management.
yeah, for sure time management and like working full time, but I think it's also more of it could be even more beneficial like because it like I said a lot of my work stems from like an emotional being in an emotionally
Mm.
driven place. And when I was active as a nurse aide, because I'm not doing that right now, um, I feel like that's when I could have made the most work and it could have been the most impactful work that I made. Like a lot, like seriously, a lot of my stuff. The a recent piece that I posted on my Instagram, I was inspired by when the KKK came to Charlottesville for the first time. It's
Was
like
that
the guy with the huh?
is that when they had the pitchforks and stuff, or is that a different incident?
No, that's the pitchforks one. That was
Oh, it
awesome.
is. Comics
Yeah,
always
and I was
refer
like,
to that when they visit Richmond. It's so funny. They,
it's so the
they
fucking
bring that shit up.
pitchforks.
But
It's
so
like anyway.
yeah, so going back to that.
Um,
your piece.
Yeah. I just think it's just like a coping mechanism from all the stress of being in healthcare.
Mm.
And seeing people be in healthcare, I'm like, I'm gonna need this. The more into it I get, because I'm not just gonna finish up being a nursing student, I'm also working towards PA school. But I feel like the more into healthcare I get, the more into art I'm gonna get as a coping mechanism. And I feel like that would be beneficial to showcase. But
I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's doable. You know,
I'm doing it.
yeah, you're doing it already. I think you just maybe you need to like fine tune like the discipline, like the act of being able to like keep pursuing the projects and stuff, you know, like when you hit these creative blocks, or like not even creative blocks, but you know, something's hindering you from sharing a piece that you had finished, like, you know, I think that stuff will, you know, once you kind of work that out, I mean, yeah, if work is kind of like at a steady pace, you know, where you can like manage all your other side projects, I mean, just keep going at it. I guess like maybe I think it's just a matter of like maybe building that confidence, and not
a little bit,
just letting go, you know, letting go of like the worries, you know, it just,
I think
it's like,
you're right.
it's like really just bring this microscopic, you know, it's like tunnel vision, just like think about the intention, think about, you know, what your, you know, the mission, what is like the your intention.
And I think honestly sometimes like having school and having work and all these other distractions can help me not overthink my art, because I don't have time to overthink it, so I can just put it out there or just make it or whatever. That's actually beneficial for my work. Dude, we could hang out for a while.
It's been about 2 hours of some heavy fucking shit.
I know. I should next time, like I'm inviting myself over again.
What's that?
I said next time, like I'm inviting myself to do this again. But next time we do it, we should do what? We keep missing each other's jokes.
Not necessarily. I'm just, if you listen back, you'll be like, oh, that's why he did that.
Oh, is it because it sounded like I farted?
No, it's okay. So next time we do it. Yeah.
Next time we do it, we'll do it where we're actually hanging out in person, and we'll order a bunch of Chinese food.
Out of context, it's hilarious. All right. Yeah, the next time we do it, we can definitely. Because I'm a fucking immature little boy.
Also, I think I've told you I like girls more than boys, right?
I know, which is hilarious. You know.
I'm more into what. Guys, I had to come out as not gay.
I'm just. No.
It's pride.
Abort. But not that kind of abort. A different abort. Abort the mission.
Oh shit! It just keeps getting worse. All I wanted was Chinese food. God damn it. Yes. All I wanted to talk about.
We can hang out in person.
Yeah.
Get some Chinese food. We can do all of that for sure. We can, like I said last time, we can make a day out of it for sure. I'm down.
Yeah. I should have probably told you it was my birthday weekend. I should have been like, hey.
There was no mention of that.
Because why would I mention that if I was like having a hard time about, I don't know.
I will say
a lot of people don't know when my birthday is.
That's cool. No, that's fine. I respect that, because I actually have a pet peeve with people announcing when their birthdays are coming up.
Oh.
Just because.
Well, there you go.
Like, not that like.
Who cares you were born that day?
Like, no, I'm literally seeing like. Like I've
That's
seen people be
me.
like, oh, like my birthday's coming in 11 weeks. I'm like, what the? Like, we'll wait till 10 weeks. Give us 10 weeks. And then let us know when your birthday's coming. Holy shit.
That's
I
awesome.
hate that shit.
My birthday's coming in 354 days.
I almost made a post to like be like, hey guys, my birthday's in 10 months. You know, I would like to donate to. It's like, just tell me
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
the week of. Jesus.
Donate to my donate to my Venmo.
Yeah, it's
Here's
like,
my Venmo link.
exactly.
You have 10 months. Oh my
My
god.
birthday
Yeah,
week.
I don't know.
No.
Oh yeah. I don't have a lot of people in my life who give a shit about birthdays really. So it's easy not to give a shit about your birthday. Like Tevin was a Jehovah's Witness. He just celebrated his I just threw his first ever like birthday party really like this year.
What did he witness?
It was the face.
That's
What
just
did
my
he witness?
natural stoner face.
He witnessed a whole lot of nothing being a Jehovah's Witness. That's what he witnessed.
I'm joking.
A whole lot of not celebrating stuff, huh?
If I offended the Jehovah's Witness community, I'm sorry.
You'll also be fine. You will be fine. You don't celebrate your birthday, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
So
God forbid if you died on your birthday.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, God forbid if you like died on your birthday. Like, he's like, hey guys, my birthday's in 12 weeks. And then like, oh, breaking, the birthday boy died. You know? Or
I really
birthday
like
girl
dark
to
jokes,
be
but I always think of or birthday person.
Fuck,
To be inclusive? That's how you're being
Fucked up.
inclusive.
Sorry, yeah, I fucked up. Birthday person. I still have
To be
deprogramming.
inclusive.
I still have deprogramming
Yeah.
to do. I'll admit that.
I will say like I'm more aggressively queer around people who I can tell have a lot of deprogramming to do. But around my usual gays and theys, I'm like pretty chill,
I'm
pretty
just
quiet.
not around
Don't really
them
talk.
as much. So like it's not in
Yeah.
my vernacular.
I feel that.
Like, you know what I
feel
mean?
that.
Like,
Usually I can tell. Yes, I do.
I'm old school too. It's sad. Like I'll admit, like I guess conservative. Like there's some things like I guess I have conservative thoughts on, but it's like,
Yeah.
all right, like,
Yeah.
all right, I know that's
and I
wrong
respect
now.
that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll do it again. But
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a difference between wrong and like unintentionally offensive. Like, I don't think it's wrong to misgender someone. I think it's unintentionally offensive. Like, if someone's like, oh, it's okay, you didn't know. It's not wrong, you just didn't know, you know? That's
yeah,
a whole other thing.
Well, look, right? Going back to me being bad with words, like I
Yeah.
should have used persons, but it didn't come to mind very quickly. Like, things
You're just not around gay people enough.
I guess so. But that's actually something
Yeah, no, you're
I
good.
probably should have been exercising more with like games and stuff. But like
Mhm.
word, like just words, like me being able to pick up the word I want to use. Like I'm bad at
Yeah.
that. That's why I say I'm bad at words, because I'll use like a
That's fair,
mundane
yeah.
word.
Yeah.
But
That was a
anyway,
great use of the word mundane.
was it? Did I use it right? Because I use words
Yeah,
incorrectly too.
Yeah.
I'm very open about that.
No, I respect that. I respect that. It takes like a lot of courage to admit you don't know how to speak.
For real though. It's true.
No, same.
It's
No,
true.
same.
I really try to
Yeah.
try to articulate better and use
Yeah, no,
words.
I feel like I've been trying to work on that for a very long time and I'm still working on it. So I respect that.
I find a lot of people are working. This is
Yeah.
the thing about podcasting, the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Is when I finally get to sit down with these individuals and then realize like we all really have like a lot of similar, if not the exact same goals. Like a lot of a lot of the shit we're striving for is the same. It's just there's levels to everything.
Oh yeah. Level 1 over here.
Some ball sacks and lips hang here, some hang a little bit higher, some spread out.
Some are in the between faces.
Oh, okay. You went in that direction. I was just talking about how low or how high they hang, but you kind of like you went some, yeah. Hey, you know what? Power to you. I like that.
Yeah, I like to educate people on a variety of topics, including
innovation at its finest.
Yeah. That's a joke for my trans folks.
Innovation? Oh my god. Is that where we end it? Is that where we end it?
Yeah, that's perfect. Bye, gays and days. See you later.
Oh my god.
It's illegal to be straight this month, so.
Did you have fun? Did you have fun doing the podcast?
I did. Yeah, I think so. I mean,
pretty easily.
Yeah.
I swear, time truly is an illusion when you're podcasting.
Yeah, I believe it. How long do you usually film for? Do you know?
I
Is
mean,
there an
like,
average?
I try to be considerate, and at least I think is considerable is 90 minutes. Because it's true, like depending who you're sitting with, it depends like how long it takes for them to truly open up, right? So I'm like, all right, maybe like, I always strive for like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But depending on how the flow is, it easily, exceeds 2 hours. You know, I've had 3-hour podcasts. Yeah. So I mean, if someone's like, yeah, I only have like this amount of time, like I'll try to crunch down on that and make sure we don't go any later than that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just like when we're having a good time and just just having a good time. Like time flies. I said to someone, I was like, time only exists when you think about it.
That's so true. Boom. That's so valid. Yeah. Ooh, that's where we leave it.
That's the mic drop.
That's where we leave it.
Yeah. Well, do you want to anything you want to share with the audience before we wrap this up?
No
pressure.
Well, I did my own hair. No, I'm just yeah. Oh,
like project updates or anything.
Project update. Yeah, I'm actually going to finish this piece that I've been working on for a little while called Head in Her Cloud. I'm working on it. I'm finishing it up soon.
The one that's
What's up? Yeah, I can sneak peek.
Show it.
Sneak peek. Ooh. Head in Her Cloud. I'm working on a whole set. So this is the biggest thing I've ever painted, which is super exciting for me.
What size is that?
Be a nice person. How how big is this? Yeah. It's this big. This is my head.
For the listeners.
this is how big it is.
You're gonna be like, oh my god, her head is huge. Wait, no.
Yeah, seriously.
What is that? Hey, is that a it's back.
Like a 14.
Oh, 14 by 18?
Yeah.
14 by 18.
Which is probably, so I do have a big head. FYI.
No, you don't.
No, I like definitely do. Oh, we can talk about this later. Well, especially with this, all this hair. Wait, I was trying to tell people to be.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I was trying to tell people to be nice.
Yes, be nice. Be a nice human, right? That's the shirt. Nice you make that shirt?
Yeah. No, but I just really like it.
Oh, okay. And you're telling people to be a nice human.
You what? Sorry.
You're saying for the audience, be a nice human.
Yeah, just be nice. That's it.
All right, I'm gonna
That's
play
really
devil's
it.
advocate. Don't tell me to be nice. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Smile more. If you're a woman, smile more.
Oh shit.
No, just don't be a terrible human. How about that?
That's true. We got to look out for each other. And as actually,
for sure.
Yeah, be a nice human. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Stay aware. And we will
make
catch
some
you
art
all on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Oh yeah, I have my headphones in, so you're gonna hear me as I walk through. What if I went to the bathroom and started peeing?
One, mad respect. 2, great for content. Oh no, that's number 3. No, wait, that is number 2. 1 is mad respect that you would do that with me. Also mad respect. Well, I won't put this out there. This would be like Reddit stuff. No, I mean, if you were taking a piss, I wouldn't put that on air.
I mean, I wouldn't care. It'd be funny.
Well, yeah. Well, you're like a reasonable, you know how to kind of like laugh at things, not take it serious.
Especially myself.